Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Rodan. And today I'm reviewing another Batman film, and this one's titled Batman Begins. Specifically the Blu-ray version of this film, folks. The single disc Blu-ray. And in a lot of ways, this film is a just one of those movies that's started from scratch. So yeah, it's totally ignoring all the other films that came out before it. So it's creating its own storyline. It's acting as if the previous films never existed, as I mentioned a second ago. So it's doing its own thing. So basically, it just wants to be separated from the previous films. So of course the people behind this film had to figure out what to do exactly with the character and how can they proceed the particular story. And that's basically what they were thinking about when they came on with this film. So, of course, as always, I do have to talk about the plot, so let's get into it, shall we? So basically, this film is starting from scratch quite literally. So, you get to see that when his parents are killed, as a child, he gets traumatized because of this. So the billionaire playboy Bruce Wayne, he relocates to Asia where he attempts to find himself, so to speak. He gets a mentor, of course, by Ra's al Ghul, so to speak, who trains him quite well, folks. So he pretty much tries to attempt to find out who am I, what's my purpose in life, so on and so forth. Ra's al Ghul says his mission is to wipe out evil, and this is something that Bruce Wayne himself seems like he might something want to do. So of course he joins up with this League of Shadows, so he can actually help out, so to speak. But he'll use the fear of bats as a way to create this Batman persona. So for a good chunk of the film, we see him just as Bruce Wayne, and of course we keep seeing flashbacks as to when his parents had died, and he feels it's somehow his fault. Ra's al Ghul knows how it's like to lose a loved one, folks. He talks about that. So of course there's going to be some intense training, of course. And of course he goes along with it because he knows about discipline. He learns about it anyway. But the thing is, Bruce Wayne himself doesn't want to kill anybody, even though Ra's al Ghul says killing people is necessary, but he doesn't want to do it. He speaks about his wife. I keep thinking about the movie Taken. I always thought it would be pretty cool if these films were actually connected. I mean, these films are not. They're not really connected at all. But the whole wife thing of her being gone would have made a pretty interesting story if they were actually connected in a way. That'd be pretty awesome right there. But anyway, like I said, I was talking about the Blu-ray version of this film. This, of course, going to be presented in HD, obviously. And also, you get to see some special features, I guess you can say. And special features are basically, it's also going to be dubbed in French, German, or Italian. There are going to be some English subtitles if you want them, which are going to be English, the hard of hearing, the German subtitles, Portuguese, Italian, and French. Right? And of course, it's going to be presented in widescreen format in English, that's primary language, of course. And it's going to be in HD quality, folks. And that's good news there. The HD soundtrack also helps the film as well, folks, to have a good experience throughout the entire thing. Overall, folks, this film actually gets a thumbs up for me. Surprise, surprise. They finally made a good Batman film, folks, and I really enjoy this one. We get to see Scarecrow for a good minute, and he becomes a part of the plot here. And of course, he pretty much has to take care of this fear toxin because he knows that something's up, folks. And of course you get to see how he got his weapons and whatnot, which I thought was pretty cool in its own way. So that's a good thing there. And we could see how he became Batman himself with his persona, of course, which was pretty cool, I suppose. And of course, he doesn't always get it right. There's a few times in the film he actually messes up quite a few times. He's not some indestructible god like some fans made him out to be. So in this film he exposed the idea that he is a man. He is a human being. Despite all his wealth, he has to find ways to fight crime. And of course, he's not perfect. He's not a perfect person. And I like that. This film makes it seem like this kind of individual can actually exist. And of course explores the whole idea that Batman himself, he doesn't want to murder people just because they're a bunch of criminals. He has a no-kill policy kind of a thing. He doesn't want to be this educational. And of course, it's the whole storyline with Rachel. Rachel is a part of the story, and of course, Ra's al Ghul. He's the primary villain of the story. And of course, along with the character of Scarecrow as well, folks. So, he pretty much wants to make sure that Gotham is torn apart, just so the people of Gotham can be seen as their true selves, not hiding behind masks, so to speak. Ra's al Ghul, he has his own motives, of course, and he makes a good villain in the story. Of course, I like the fact he has his own motives. He's not just doing it just for the sake of it. And I like how Bruce Wayne, he's not automatically Batman right away. Good to see he has as a child. Of course, with his flashbacks of parents. And then, of course, we see him as a poor man. I like how Bruce Wayne, he's trying to find out who he is exactly. Who am I deep down? Who am I as a person? We get to see this character, the police character, who also become an important part character as well. So yeah, we get to see some sort of conflicting ideas of what justice is. What is true justice? Yeah, this kind of thing gets explored as well. What does it mean to be a hero in the story? In the grand scheme of things, what is right, what is wrong? What is the proper way of handling the criminals and whatnot? So yeah, this kind of thing was never really explored in the previous Batman films. So it makes stuff quite interesting if you ask me, folks. So, not even the criminals themselves seem to like each other all that much either. Like this one, for example. This criminal right here, folks. Yeah, he believes he can get away with it. He can corrupt anybody he wants. Oh, I can pay off anybody, any kind of money. I can keep them out shut. Everybody has a price in his point of view. He even believes he can do the same thing with the judge, or even maybe the lawyers, regardless how high class they are, or even certain police officers as well. He basically believes that anybody and everybody around town can break the moral code and be changed in some way. So he pretty much wanted to exploit loopholes around the law for his own benefit, which of course Bruce Wayne views as wrong. Just because some people are bad doesn't mean everyone is corrupted as well. So yeah, this kind of thing is played out throughout this story right here, folks. So again, this kind of thing is rarely explored, or hardly ever explored, in a comic book movie. So I'll give the film credit for that kind of a thing, folks. Actually going to an area where other comic book movies are in some ways afraid to go. This entire world is nowhere near as squeaky clean, as pure as some people may believe. There was corruption around the world, and so I like the fact that this film explored that. So, in other words, what I'm saying here is that this movie treats you like you actually have a head on your shoulders. So I do like how the film ends up not treating you like a child. It doesn't pander to the audience or anything, so that's definitely a good sign there. It's definitely well written, and overall a well produced film as a whole, folks. This is a film I do recommend. And it's one of the few comic book films I actually liked. I know for the most part, I don't care for comic book movies really, but this is one of the few I actually liked. Batman Begins gets an overall rating of a 7.6 out of 10. It gets a 7.6 out of 10 from me, folks, because it's a damn good movie. As always, thanks for watching. See ya until next time. Oh yeah.